Hey y'all, I decided just to use my phone because I'm anxious. I feel it's so silly, but I see it's kind of adjusting to the light. Hmm, I don't know. Anyway, maybe I don't know what I'm gonna do because I need to do laundry. I need to go pick up some food supplies at in Aho, and I need to. Did I say laundry? See, I also need water. Ah, squirrel, squirrel. There's squirrels around in my brain. Um, I am adjusting quickly. I have to adjust quickly because, unlike all you people dealing with snow, wondering where spring is, I went from spring to summer like this week. And my little temporary cooler is working to keep me from totally suffocating. Somebody asked or thought that, and I kind of said in that video, it was like a 20-degree drop. I didn't measure it. All I know, this is what I do know. I've got a thermometer set under my trailer in the shade, and it was like 92 degrees. I'm a figuring that it's warmer than that in here because it feels warmer than that in here. And I just know it made it bearable. I've got another, got this cloth it makes like a shawl, and I wet it, and it's evaporative cooling so that it helps keep me cooler. And the thing is that I have the early morning, and pretty much have to do things before 9 a.m. and it is 7:20 at the moment. And so if I'm and not if, but I take Buddy with me, and so I have to make sure I go out so that if I have to leave him in the truck, it doesn't get too hot. Um, and of course, that's the kind of shopper I am. I have a list, and I go in, I get what's on the list, and I leave. Now, I've always done well. Yeah, that's just kind of the way I've always been. I call it man shopping. I'm not a let's go up and down the aisles and see what they got, and I just don't do that. So, so all of it is a quick in and out, and it's not like I've not done it before, and so it's very distressing. And maybe some of you understand. Um, I might as well be going on a road trip. I have the same feelings. Um, and you saw a lot of that when I was traveling. It was like I cried every morning. So I wish that I wasn't that way, but I am. And until I get used to having Buddy with me, and that does help. It helps in one way, and then it causes a different anxiety on the other because I don't want him to be uncomfortable. And it's my understanding, technically, yeah, it's illegal in Arizona to leave your dog in the car. So, which brings in squirrels, because if I want him to go with me, then I would need to register him as well, it's a service animal, but they call it something else, so that I could take him with me in the stores, which would cause a whole different anxiety to begin with. And then I would get used to it because I don't know Betty that well. And I'm assuming that everything would be cool. But yeah, you just don't know. It's not like we can sit down and have a conversation. Now, Betty, we're going in the store. So don't bark at the people. don't don't get offended if there's another animal in the store and try to chase it down the aisles. So you see, these are all the things. And because of this problem that I have, I have to plan everything out, the what ifs before I go, which brings me to I do because you can't you can't anticipate everything that might happen. So you have to learn to trust, and it's trusting that Abba has already made the way clear. And I can't tell you over and oh well, I can tell you over and over and over again. I have gone through this, and I go in, I get done what I need to get done, and I live to tell the tale. It's very few of the things I've ever prepared myself for have happened. They have happened. There has been occasion where, oh no, I didn't even I didn't even prepare for that, and it has happened. So, anyway, I, I didn't want to wait. I didn't pull out my computer. I thought I'll save a little bit on the hotspot because it uses it fast, and I don't know how to calculate it. And math, my numbers read sideways. So I'm like, I want to keep this one short too, but it takes a little while to put it together and then process it. So there's a couple of things that I keep meaning to tell you about. Not things, but people, channels. I think you pronounce it Hanu, Hanu. He says always leaves lovely comments. I think he is in Finland. He can correct me if I'm wrong, but he has he makes beautiful videos where he lives, and it helps cool me down when I'm looking because it's always snow and ice and lots of sun, but obviously a cooler place than where I'm at. And him and the I did watch Zeus Mossbender put out a little Maranatha morning is going to start, so I went and watched that, which saw some of my favorite people were in the mailbox that they talked about. Hi, Lisa. and it reminded me, y'all don't really know my testimony. It's kind of like bits and pieces. And so I was thinking, wow, there's like 6 decades. Maybe I could just start with the last decade and tell you how I got here. Some of you know I've kind of told some of it, but today is not the day. So I needed to kind of ground myself, and people on the West Coast aren't awake yet, so I didn't call anybody. And people on the East Coast, well, they're already doing their thing, so interrupting at their 10 a.m. time slot. So I got on here to talk to y'all to hopefully, I need to be grounded. It's like I feel like a hot air balloon, an untethered hot air balloon when this happens. And it's, I hate that. Do you want to be well, Betty? Yeah. I want to be like regular people who just, oh, I'm going to go to the store today and get in their car and go, and not have to calculate how much money do I have, can't overspend, what do I really need, get everything while you're out so you can come back. See, I haven't been out since last Thursday. That's part of my problem. I do better if I go out every day, but sometimes, but I don't want to go out every day. So, so here I am. So, when y'all see this, you can pray for me. feel so silly, but there it is. There it is. And I can't focus. So because there's so many squirrels running around in my head. And I spent a lot of time reading the word yesterday and writing, and which helps. And I always think I can prepare myself that way. I knew that today was coming. And what's funny is I put it off to the point where, okay, I have to do laundry. I'm wearing my pajamas now, which is just a big t-shirt. And it might end up being, I haven't decided yet if that's what I'm going to wear out. But boy, the sun's already bright and shining out there. I imagine it's near 70 degrees already. And so, yes, I will survive. I just have to readjust. I know that. Readjust to really being in the desert. And though I saw 2 people leave yesterday, I've got 2 people that are right across from me still. And Bob, hey Bob, he's planning on staying for the summer. And 2 women, one I've met, and I know that she's going to be gone in June. And the other girl I have not met yet. I just heard about her the same way she's heard about me. It's kind of like everybody's talking through the campground, letting different people know, well, so-and-so is going to stay too. And one of the guys that I had met from Virginia, I don't think he watches my channel, but he had talked about it. But I think what he's doing is tricking out his truck, which is what I had intended on doing. So that when it got really bad, I could go to a higher elevation. So, and leave the tiny and just go camping up in, I wanted to go to New Mexico. Because the whole state is higher elevation. And so I don't have to be where it's 70, but anyway, it looks like I'm going to be here. And as long as I've got water. And I think that's going to be okay. Just readjust. And that's, the seasons are changing. That's what they do. So, anyway, this is long enough. I have rambled. This is a real squirrel report. I love y'all.